Ready.
Sorry.
Huh? Yeah. Mind me, I'm just finishing getting ready. Getting everything in order. There's that. Right. Almost done. Give everybody a few minutes to filter in. How's everybody doing? I'm gonna pop a refresh real quick. Give me a second. All right. I think I'm ready. Here's hoping. Ugh. Give it a few for people to go ahead and filter in. Cindy should be here at some point soon. Hey, Bill. How was your New Year? Hey, Spike Ted. Well, thanks for coming by to watch. Hey, Cindy. Like we always say, you don't got to buy anything. Just come out and hang out. Be part of the conversation. Well, thank you for that. I hope we do well as well. Because if we do well, that means that you guys are getting new coins for your collections. Gotta go look at your email list again. Double check what stuff you're wanting. Hey, Coin Roll Craig. And for anybody not on the mailing list, today's lot list is on our Facebook page, which Cindy just put the link up. Am I on Twitter? I am not on Twitter. I thought about doing Twitter and Instagram, actually, but then I was like, I will probably never post anything to either one. I'm bad enough when it comes to even posting stuff on Facebook. I need to get better at that. I keep having friends that are like, yeah, if you want to drive more people to your YouTube channel, get on Instagram. Hey, Cindy, you're a mod. You can post on there too. Yeah, you have a couple of times. So did everybody have a good, hey Rich, did everybody have a good New Year's Eve and New Year's Day? You did today's list as well? Oh, so did I. So today's list is on there twice. All right, I'll delete off the one that I put on there. That way it's not on there twice, confusing people. How you been, Rich? If I want to come to Twitter, have a weekly show. See if there's a video. Can help if you want to try. Yeah, maybe. Is it like a live streaming thing, or do you like create a video and then post it up kind of thing? So this is the part where I should go. I am Lewis, and this is 2020. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe I'll look into seeing if I get a Twitter set up. Help our channel. Hey, anything to help is good, right? Happy New Year to you too as well, Rich. Thank you. Found out some interesting coin news today. This year is going to be the final year of the Silver Eagles as we know them. After this year, they're changing the reverse. Hey, will do, Spike Tud. Shoot me an email about it so I'll remember. All right, so just so everybody is aware, and I'll put this out there again somewhere in the middle of the show, if I remember. So we weren't able to access the post office on Tuesday or Wednesday, so packages went out today. So at some point, either tonight or tomorrow, we'll get all the tracking numbers out. Except, of course, if your package was not paid for or had specifically requested us to hold on to it, then obviously that's still here. All right, so we're only a month and a half away from the YouTube coin seminar. So if anybody wants to take part in that, make sure you let Ken Peavy know. That's his email address. So shoot him an email over, let him know you want to take part in it. And it's going to be on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, as usual. It's going to be, let me double check. If I remember correctly, it is the... I gotta double check the date. I want to make sure I give you guys the right date of that weekend. Because my memory is not working at the moment. Does it even have it on here? Okay. Well, he doesn't have it on here, but if I remember correctly, I think it's the 7th through the 9th. Because I'm pretty sure he wouldn't do it through, on Valentine's Day weekend. But let him know what you want to do. Let him know what your best time slot is. We're trying to fill this thing up. All right, and hello to all the lurkers out there. Hope you're all doing well. feel like I'm forgetting something. Don't you hate that? Liquor lub. Alright, so we're doing another clearance sale. Making way for the new stuff for 2020. So we're going to be knocking some stuff out at some pretty decent prices here. And we're starting off with some very old Canadian coins. For anybody who's not familiar with these, let's get some light on the subject. Hey, there we go. So before the Royal Canadian Mint was created, all of the banks around Canada had to make their own coins. And that's what these are. And we are starting off with one from 1832. This is the half-penny bank token from Nova Scotia, Canada. It's in a very fine. And going for $10. From best to get it in there without the glare. So these are very, very awesome coins. There's not a lot of these things left. Most of them have either been melted or destroyed. So there are very few, if any, of these left. And, you know, you're talking about coins that are almost 200 years old. And last call on this one. All right, moving on. All right, next up, these were issued between 1835 and 37. This is another VF. And this one is from the Bank of Montreal, and it's upside down. And again, we are looking for $10. You get used to the Canada coins doing the side flip, but these really old ones were up and down flip like our coins. And yeah, this thing is very nice. Last call on this one. All right, moving on. Next up, it's another one from 1835, but this one is from Bank of Montreal. Another half-cent. I make fun of yours, you make fun of mine. It's a vicious cycle. Upside down. Ah, Blair. Last call on this one. Kind of hard to see it, I know. These coins that have that really, really dark chocolate look to them. Sometimes they're hard to get on camera without glare. All right, moving on. Next up, from 1837. This one is in fine condition. It's from the Quebec Bank. And since this one's in a flip, I'm going to take it out so we don't have the glare. And then once again, we are looking for 10 bucks. Reminds you of a really tall elf. This does kind of have a little bit of an elven feel to it. They're really cool designs on some of these. Last call on this one. Think about how old these coins are, guys. If you guys like Canadian large cents, you're going to like these even better. And if you can actually throw together a full collection of these, you have achieved something. All right, moving on. Next up, 1838 Bank of Montreal half cent. Oh yeah, they got a ton of them. In fact, I sold one to Ants. What was it, 2-3 weeks ago? That had that uncatalogued double die on it. So he's probably making sure to submit that thing so that he can get his name on it. come on. Trying to find a way the camera and the light will cooperate today. Last call on this one. Oh yeah, most of the stuff that we sell, we did not take the time to search them for varieties and errors. And until recently, Canada has been really bad about cataloging all of their varieties and errors. So if you want to get your name, in the books for the numismatic world, Canadian coins is the way to go. Because there's tons and tons of stuff out there waiting to be discovered throughout all of their coins. And as soon as you do find something, all you got to do is go to the website Coins in Canada and just set up a membership with it. It's free. And get really, really good pictures of it and send it in and submit it. And they'll confirm it. And if it's something new, it will be added to their website with your name on it as the discoverer. Last call on this one. Oh yeah, early on, all of their coins were low mintage because they didn't need a lot. Oh, did I already say last call? Told you my memory ain't working today. All right, we'll move on then. Next up, 1840, Nova Scotia. I put this one in a very fine. Looking for $10. There's a team there, you believe? Yeah, probably. Yeah, that would be quite young Victoria. Looking for $10, anyone? But yeah, so you figure today, Canadians' population is only 37.5 million people. So they don't need a ton of coins. So they don't mint a lot of them. you can imagine back during this time, their population was probably only like a couple million. So you got a lot of coins out there that are, there was probably less than 100,000 minted on some of the stuff, and a good portion of it was under a million. Last call. We figure even then, with how few of these are, the lower survival rate of them, you're still getting them for $10 a piece. Now is where you take advantage of getting these things for $10 a piece, because as more people are getting into foreign coin collecting, the demand is going to go up and the value is going to go up. In fact, Canada is having a big collecting boom right now. They're trying to get a lot of their coins back. All right, moving on. All right, I'm going to start going through these a bit quicker. Next up, we got 1842, Bank of Montreal. Another one would be a VF, upside down. That's all good. You caught it. All right, moving on. Next up, we got 1843 Montreal. Or Nova Scotia, excuse me. Another young Queen Lizzie. For $10. Any takers? Guys, don't forget you are allowed to talk. Here on Cheapskate Coins, we do encourage people to talk during auctions and sales. All right, moving on. Next up, 1844 Bank of Montreal. This one's almost a red-brown. So got a bit of natural color in it. $10. Hey, silver. We haven't gotten to the silver yet. And for 1844, I mean, that looks pretty good. Think about how much 1844 large cents cost here in America. Hey, Daryl. All right, moving on. Or the half cents, rather. They're all very, very expensive. Next up, 1852 Quebec Bank. Half cent. Looking for $10. This one you got Britannia on the back. Excuse me. She's facing the other way. Oh, Britannia's always facing that direction. Didn't she? If not, I guess I never looked close enough. Oh, okay. I did not know that. Or just never paid attention to realize it. Alright, moving on. Next up, 1852 from Bank of Upper Canada. Looking for $10. I always like this one because it's the, you know, like the knight on the horse stomping down the dragon. And then I don't know about anybody else, but if you just quickly glance at that, do you think it's a ship anchor to begin with? Do you look closer and realize, oh, nope, it's not. You guys are missing out on great deals for how good a condition these are in. Normally for $10, you're lucky if you're getting VGs. All right, moving on. Next up, 1854, Bank of Upper Canada. $10. Another VF. Upside down. I don't know. Let's see. Let's have a closer look. If it is, yeah, and that's not. It looks like it is a clash, but not with this obverse. If you look at the X design, that looks like. Let me find one real quick. That looks like it's clashed with one of these. Like it's a bottom portion of it. Huh. What was that? The 54? Give me a sec. Doing a little bit of numismatics right now. What is that? Bank of Upper Canada. Okay, that might actually just be something that 54s have on it. That might actually not be a clash. Because this is the 54 1 cent. And it's got that same mark. So I think that's actually supposed to be there. All right, let me confirm that real quick. Yeah, that's supposed to be there. That's part of the design. I'm looking on Coins in Canada right now. Oh, and there's two different 4 styles for this one. There's the plain 4 and the crosslet 4. This one is the plain 4. The crosslet 4 on the end of the 4 line right there. would have a little up and down, kind of a serif looking thing on it. Cool. I learned something new. All right. Oh, we were moving on. Quick question: the 28-piece dollar. Were there only the plain dates and the estimate mark? I believe so. Yes. Piece dollar. Yeah, silver. There was only the plain date and the San Francisco for the 1928. And then they stopped making them until 1934. So 1929 through 33, there were no silver dollars made. Oh yeah, he's got a plane coming from us right now. All right. What the heck were you looking at? What are we on? I lost my place. We're looking at the 54. Upper Canada. Okay. So we're on the 54 New Brunswick. That it will. Now you're going to have to complete your other collections. Alright, so this is the New Brunswick 1854 half cent. Looking for $10. Yeah, ships are cool. You know who really loves ships is Coin Digging. Coin Digging loves coins with ships on them. Last call at $10. All right, moving on. Man, no love for the Canadian half cents today. This is a good chunk of a collection right here, too. All right, next up, 1856 Nova Scotia. This one is a sharp VF. That's a lot of detail. That's definitely a high-end VF. Looking for $10. That is a good, strong strike. This one actually might be better than a VF. I know, dude. All right, now this is, yeah, little bit too much wear in the hair to be an EF. So yeah, VF. I had it right the first time. Yeah. Check out how much detail is still left in this thing. That is very cool. Yeah, honestly, the heaviest wear spot on this one is right there in the hair. Last call on this one. $10. All right, moving on. And the last one for the half cents. 1857, Bank of Upper Canada. VF. $10. All right, moving on. If anybody decides you want any of those half cents, let me know. Just notice against do some more shutting on my Canadians. I mean, you know, when you're not looking at them every single day, and especially coins this old, you're bound to miss a couple of things until you look at a ton of them. All right, now we're on to the 1 cents. And by the way, these are in silver dollar 2x2s to give you an idea of how big these coins are. They're too big for a $1/2 holder. All right, so this one is 1837, and this is from Bank of the People. And this one's going for $10. We'll get a good bit of wear on that side. Yep, that's only a penny. Imagine having to walk around with a couple hundred of these in your pocket. moving on. Again, I'm going to go through these kind of quick. Next up, 1837 in fine. This one is from Quebec. That's a big hunk of copper. Oh, another thing you can find in these is woodies. Because these are the copper bronze mixture. So you can find woody finishes in these. Alright, moving on. Next up, we got 1843 pre-Confederate New Brunswick. And this one is in a high VF. Hey, coin digging. Everything that's Carson City is hard to come by, dude. It doesn't matter what denomination it is. So if you can see my little note I wrote up on there. That's what NGC has this coin listed at. $50. You got a shot at it today for 10. Alright, moving on. Alright, this is an 1845 provincial government. So this was kind of like when they were first starting to try and get the government together up in New Brunswick. Don't we all, man? Don't we all? Alright, moving on. The 1850 Bank of Upper Canada. Here's one that's still got some of the original color to it. And once again, going for $10. Bought a penny, now I'm broke. Sounds like a song. Hey, Pammy Jones. Oh, coin digging. Don't forget to let me know when you're wanting to pick up the item we're holding for you. You never sent us an email yet. All right, moving on. It's 1952 or 1852. Bank of Upper Canada. For $10. Yeah, that's what I said. Just let us know. Happy New Year to everybody. Happy 2020. All right, moving on. 1854, Bank of Upper Canada. Again, for anybody who just recently came in and doesn't know what these are, we already went through the half cents, and now these are the 1 cents that were made by the different individual banks in Canada before the Royal Canadian Mint existed. So these are Canada's versions of our, like the New Jersey copper and the New York copper and the Connecticut copper. This is Canada's version of those. You want this one for coin digging silver? Or are you talking about the thing we're holding for him? The last one? That one? Or are you talking about the one with the boat on it? I think he's talking about this one, actually. Is that the one you're talking about, silver? The New Brunswick? All right. So this one is going to coin digging courtesy of silver. That's the 43 Alrighty. Alright, and we're moving off from this one. So next up, we are on the 1857 Bank of Upper Canada. And I typoed on the list. It's supposed to say extremely fine red brown. Check that puppy out, guys. So this one I'm actually doing as an auction. Starting bid is 15 bucks. Check that out. There's still some luster on this thing. Hey, lady. So this thing is an extremely fine red brown. Starting bid is 15 bucks. Still a little bit of original luster left on this thing. Yeah, these coins are awesome. All right, so for anybody who's wondering, there was 1.5 million was the original mintage on this coin. And list on it in this condition is 30 bucks. This was before Elizabeth was on all of them. And this was when the banks had to make all of their coins. Because the Royal Canadian Mint didn't exist yet. So there are a few of them that have a very, very young Elizabeth on it, but most of them didn't. Yep. Back up. Let me find one real quick. Yeah, like here's an example. This is from the New Brunswick Provisional Government. And that is a very young Queen Elizabeth, or Queen Victoria, sorry. This one's from 1845. Another one's got the ship on the back. All right, we are moving on. That'll probably be the last time in a while, by the way, that I'll be able to offer one as nice as that again. Considering that's the first one I've ever seen that looks that good. All right, last one, 1857. Bank of Upper Canada. Still looking for $10. This is the last of the large cents. Lots of interest. I was telling people before, you know, these bank cents, the half cents and the 1 cent, if you can actually put together a full collection of these, you have accomplished something. Because there are not a lot of these things left. All right, moving on. If anybody decides you want any of those, let me know. Next up, we got the 1992 specimen set from Canada. Going for $10. Let me raise this thing up. Focus. Ah. There we go. That's better. For $10, anyone? You got the 97 set. Nice. Looking for $10, anyone? $1992 specimen set from Canada. Last call. Tomorrow's better for what? Ah, gotcha. We're on every week. So you're good to go. We're on every Monday and Thursday.
Or just about every Monday and Thursday.
Well, yeah, unless something major comes up.
Yeah.
Alright, moving on. Alright, next item. This one is kind of a rare, cool thing. Not a lot of these made. As you can see there, only 10,000 of these were minted. This is the 50th anniversary of the Canadian Coast Guard. They made a 25-cent coin, which is closer to the size of their $half for this one. So they made it extra big. When you open it up, it's got a whole little thing about it. Got the designs of all the Coast Guard ships.
And it's never been opened.
Including their helicopter.
It's still
Yeah,
in
this
the
is-
original packaging.
Yeah, and as you guys see, it's still sealed in the original packaging. It is a reverse-proof design. So this one is going for 20 bucks.
Yeah, it is very nice. Hi, Cindy. Hi, everybody else.
Beautiful and rare. Only 10,000 of these exist in the world. Last call on this one, 20 bucks. Man, no love for the Canada today, huh? Alright, we're moving on.
Ow.
It's going to make for a slow day because most of today we're clearing out Canadian coins. We're trying to clear them out. Alright, now we're into some of the oldies on the 50 centers. As soon as I find the right stack. Alright, and we're starting off these. Got a 20 pence recently. Cool. From a country. This is the 1917 50-cent piece of Newfoundland. 0.925 silver. Only 375,000 originally minted. Going for 10 bucks. Canada. That would just be cents then. Canada's not just has regular cents.
Yeah.
Pence is usually like Australia and Britain.
And there's a couple more
Oh, British. Okay. Looking for $10. Anyone? The hexagon one, yeah. I think still to this day the 20 pence are in the hexagon shape. Last call. These guys have everything you got that you want in a coin. Sterling silver, old, rare. It's a provincial coin from Canada. All right, moving on. Next up is the 1919 50-cent piece from Newfoundland, Canada. 0.925 silver. $300,000 of this one minted. I guarantee you significantly less survive, because most of these have been melted down. You saw the list of Canadian and Britain. You went straight to the United States coins. Yeah, I'm still working on getting everybody more into foreign coins. The way I look at it, if you love coins, it's kind of silly to limit yourself to one pool of them. There's so many fantastic coins out there. And like almost every country's coins look so much better than ours. You got to admit, when it comes to U.S. coins, design-wise, we're kind of boring. All right, moving on. All right, next up is the 1919. This is just the regular Canadian half cent. Some you know nothing about. Look them up. Learn about them. Hang out in our channel long enough, you will learn about these. We're going for $15. Yep, that is King George V. Yeah, we sell more foreign coins than probably any other YouTube channel out there.
Yeah.
And I believe we're the only one that sells ancients. To my knowledge.
Robert Lawson might, actually.
I've never seen an ancient on Robert's channel. All right, last call on this one.
See? But it's rare.
You want the first one you saw? Which one was the first one you saw? How about the first one of these? Oh, one of the bank minted ones? I don't know which one the first one you saw was. Do you remember the year? All right, moving on. Let me see if I can scroll up and see where you came in. All right, looks like you were looking at the 1857. The looks like it was the VF red brown one. And that was yeah, that was this one. This is the one that's got the starting bid at $15, and nobody bid on it. So if you want it, you're getting it for $15 plus the $4 shipping. Oh, you can pay for stuff tomorrow. That's no big deal. All right, so you want that one for the 15? Let's scroll back up. All right, and we will send out the PayPal invoice to you tonight, and just tomorrow when you're able to throw the payment in. Seven. All right, and since we've never shipped to you before, Pam, you need to send us an email by the end of the night that's got your mailing address. And if your PayPal email is different, you need to let us know what email you use for PayPal. So make sure you get us that email. All right. Back to our regularly scheduled program. I'm going to figure out where the heck we're at. I just got all screwed up again. All right. This next one is a big one. For anybody who's serious about trying to collect Canadian coins. This one is the 1934 Canadian half dollar. This is one of the key dates of the entire series. 39,539 of these minted. Less of them are in existence today. This one's in a very fine, and it's going for 125 bucks. There we go. Go away, Blair. Bring this in closer. So anybody who likes key dates, here's a key date for you. And just so you guys can actually see it, I'm going to bring up the browser view real quick. Here's NGC. $1934. Here's your mintage. VF. List price $200. So this one is still going for $75 below list. The Isle of Jersey one, very cool. I'm hoping to actually get some of the Prince Edward Isle ones again. And by the way, if anybody wants this, we can do payments. It just obviously won't ship until you pay it all the way off. Last call. It's empty. Alright, we're going to move on. If anybody decides you want that one, let me know. Alright, next up, contributed by Mr. Rick Snow. We got the 1841 and AU. 1.7 million minted on these. This one's going for 15 bucks. Your package went out today, Bill. All the packages went out today. If you don't let us know you want us to hold it, we don't hold it. So if you ever want your package held, make sure you let us know. For 15 bucks, anyone? All of our coins are tempting. Beautiful AU. Oh, thank you. One of my mini skull shirts. Post office loves you. Oh, speaking of which, meant to mention, January 26th, all of the shipping prices are going up again. So, yeah. So starting January 26th, all of the shipping prices are going to be raised by $1. So that means starting on our sale on the 23rd of January, we're going to be charging an extra $1 for all the shipping. Because those will be the first packages that are affected by it. By Uncle Sam, the post office is raising their prices again. They do at the beginning of almost every year. Alright, moving on. I don't know, if it was up to me, I'd still be charging $3 for shipping. I miss those days. Alright, next up, we got 1946 in XF, or EF as I call them. Only 950,000 of these were ever minted. You're looking for 15 bucks. You just starting? Yeah, you'll get used to the post office doing that. I think the stamps are staying the same. Yeah, these are very, very cool designs. That's been the one thing I've liked about the America the Beautiful series and the State Quarters is at least it's giving us some more interesting design mixtures. And the Sacagawea Native American series. Right? Last call, 15 bucks. Less than 100,000 of these were ever made. And probably minimum half of those have probably been melted down by now. I wanted to make sure this week that I put the mintage numbers on the $half so you guys can see. All $half in Canada had very low mintages. If you can find somewhere that has Canadian surviving populations, please let me know, because I've yet to be able to find anywhere that has them. We are moving on. You got your first half dime. Nice. Yeah, we made half dimes. We also made 3 centers, 2 centers, and half cents, and 20 cents. Next up, we got the 1950 lines in the zero. There were two varieties for this one. There was the no lines and the lines. This one's the lines, and it's in AU. This is attributed by Rick Snow. And this one is going for 10 bucks. This one I wasn't able to find mintage numbers on because I didn't know if the mintage listed for the no lines was, if it was the same for both. But I will show you what you're looking at. If you look down there, see how it's got kind of the lines right there? There's another version of this dollar that does, or this half dollar that does not have that. It's completely smooth. Oh yeah, it takes some time to get used to it. But eventually you'll look at them and you'll just be able to say, oh, that's small dot, that's large dot, small bead, large bead, on shoulder, off shoulder. This is another one in AU. We're going for only 10 bucks. And this one is going to silver. Grab silver. Okay, so the mintage does include both. Okay. Oh, Pam, what she means is that the listed mintage for that last one, the 2,384,179, that's the total mintage for the lines in the zero and the lines without the zero. So both types, it includes all of it. So there's no numbers for how many of each type there are. All right, next up we got a 1951. 2.4 million minted. This one is in VF and going for 10 bucks. Oh yeah, this one definitely spent some time in an album for sure. Yeah, whenever you get that toning just around the edge, that's usually indicative that it's been in an album. Last call on this one. Bullseye toning. Yeah, where you have just a little circle in the center that's not toned. Yeah, those are kind of crazy. All right, moving on. One last $50. This is the 1953 small date. No shoulder in XF. Attributed by Mr. Rick Snow. All right, let me bring this one up real quick. So I can show you guys. All right, switching to browser view real quick. All right, when you're looking at SF or NSF, you're looking at the serif. If it's got the big, the big flare out ends, that's the NSF. If it doesn't, that's the SF. So that's what you're looking at for those. And then your large date and small date, there's your comparison. You can tell the inside the 5 is much wider. There is very small distance between there and there. That comes down to a point. On this one, it doesn't, and there's a much bigger opening. And that's your NSF, a large date. So there you go. Yeah. So when you see it, when they say no shoulder fold, they're not talking about Elizabeth's shoulder. They're talking about the shoulder of the letters. Yep, really. You're waiting on those reals? Did you pick up some reals from us? If you did, they're on the way. We shipped today. All right, I've got a red line. So I'm going to reset real quick. Give me 1 second. There we go. Back to green. Oh, don't feel stupid. We all got to learn sometime. That's why we like to teach people. Last call on this one. For $10. Nope. We don't have any reals going out tonight. We have the half crowns, not reals. That's why you're addicted. All right, moving on. All right, I'm going to do a quick intermission, and then we're going to come back with Canadian silver dollars. Yeah, maybe you find some Canadian silver dollars you want, Silver. I remember you saying at one point you were looking for some. All right, I will be right back. Give me a few moments. Alrighty. Close this out. Close that out. There we go. Alright, Canadian silver dollars. Starting with the 1949. In AU, attributed by Mr. Rick Snow. 672,000 minted. 20 bucks. 80% silver. Yeah, this thing is beautiful. For anybody who's never seen a Canadian silver dollar, they're basically the same size as like our Morgans and peace dollars. Until you get up to the, the later date proof silvers, then they're a bit smaller. Not a lot, just a little bit. Which you'll see, because we have some of those tonight. Last call on this one, 20 bucks. AU, low mintage, 80% silver. Attributed by one of the world's foremost coin authorities. What more can you ask for? By the way, a lot of that scratchiness that you're seeing, that's on the plastic, not the coin. But he seals them in when he does them. So we leave them in there. So that way it's nice and protected. He's got a little machine that does that. All right, moving on. Next up, 1953 Canadian silver dollar in AU. 80% silver. Looking for 17 bucks. At least you recognize that one. Oh, yeah. Classic design right there. Two guys canoeing, northern lights in the background. Young Queen Elizabeth. I guess apparently she's finally going to be stepping down soon. Handing the reins over to King Charles. Or Prince Charles. To make him King Charles. Oh no, you still can. And she refuses to let it and let the others take it. Oh no, she's like borderline about to kick William out of the family. Because he married an American. So what? Last call on this one. Hey, Trent. All right, moving on. And next up, 1957 in AU. This one's almost a BU. There's just a slight little bit of wear on it, keeping it from being a BU. Very slight. This one's still going for 17 bucks. Look at all that luster. Oh, by the way, some of you that were asking if those slab coins that I was showing for the giveaway were going to be available for sale at any point, some of those are going to be making an appearance 1 week from today. Just FYI. This one's going to Trent. Congrats, Trent. Which one was that? 57. There we go. Trent. See, for 17 bucks. All right. Next up. This one is a BU. 1958. Brilliant uncirculated. Still 17 bucks. This is called the Death Dollar. because it's got the death totem on it. Yep, this was their centennial. Oh, for 17 bucks. The cheapest we've ever put one of these out. Coin like this, normally we'd be selling it for like 22 bucks. Last call, $17. Going to silver. Congrats, silver. All right. Next up. Okay, I typoed on that one. This one's actually an AU. That's not supposed to say BU. That's my bad. Yeah, 1959 and AU. It's close to BU. Going for 17 bucks. Going to silver. Congrats, silver. Next up. 1962. This one's an AU, but it's almost got that proof-like finish still to it. Going for 17 bucks. Oh, it's catching up to her now. I mean, she's what, 93 years old right now? Longest reigning monarch that they've ever had. Last call, 17 bucks. All right, moving on. Next up, 1964, Brilliant Uncirculated. And this one's still proof-like. Looking for 17 bucks. This is the Charlottetown Centennial. And going to silver. Congrats, silver. Did anyone get the 1919 Newfoundland? Nope. It is still available, Trent. Did you want it? In fact, none of the $50 sold. There it is, 1919 Newfoundland. Cool. Going to Trent for $10. Yeah, if there's any of those $50 that you wanted, let me know, because none of them sold. Except for that one now. All right. What are we doing? We're doing. Oh, I need to mark silver on the 64. That's what I was doing. All right, next up, I got the 1965. This is the Small Beads Blunt 5. Yeah, Trent, no problem. I can do that for you. So small beads is referring to the beads around the edge. There's a small bead and a large bead version. And then both for the small and large, there is a blunt 5 and a pointed 5. And what you're looking at, you go on its scope real quick. Ooh, focus. God, come on. Here we go. All right. You're looking, if you can see my pointer, right there. That's a blunt 5. If it was a pointed 5, that edge of the 5 would be like that, at a sharp angle. So there's 4 different varieties for this one. And this one's going for 17. Brilliant uncirculated, still has a little bit of its proof-like finish. And going to Trent. Congrats, Trent. All right, next up, 1966. Brilliant uncirculated, still has the proof-like. $17. Last call. All right, moving on. To the 1967 Brilliant Uncirculated. This was their centennial year, where they had the various different animals and all the coins. Got a little bit of toning from an album on that side. For $17, anyone? It's a cool variety on this one you can find. It's a rotated die, so the reverse is like that. It's called the diving goose. It's kind of neat. And if you could ever find one, they're worth a good amount of money. Last call on this one. All right, moving on. Next up is the only non-silver dollar. Hey, John. Welcome back from work. So this one is clad. It's the 1968 Canadian dollar. It is brilliant uncirculated, and it's going for $4. And this one's going to Pam Jones. Congrats, Pam. Pam, don't forget to give me that email before the end of the night. All right. Give me 1 second. If anybody decides you want any of those dollars that didn't sell, let me know. All right, we haven't received it yet. I'll keep an eye out. Oh, there it goes. It just popped up. Awesome. Thank you. All right, and thank you for coming in, man. Have a good night. We appreciate it, Pam. All right, now we're into proof Canadian silver dollars. Starting with the 1974, these are 50% silver. This is the Winnipeg 100, 50% silver version. And this one's going for 13 bucks. Yeah, Pam, I'll send you an invoice. Any takers? 13 bucks. For a Canadian silver proof dollar from 1974. All right, I'm going to go through these a bit quicker. So I'm going to move on. So if anybody wants one of these, speak up as we're flying through them. Next up, 1980. 50% silver proof. 13 bucks. This one's got the grizzly bear. That's the cool thing about these is all of these have different reverses. And some of them are quite cool. And if anybody's wondering, the lines, those represent the northern lights. All right, moving on. Next up is 1982. That is some seriously deep cameo. That is white on black. Looking for 13 bucks. This one's got the bull skull. That thing is gorgeous. All right, moving on to 1985. 50% silver. Deep cameo. 13 bucks. The national parks. All right, moving on to 1989. This one's got the prospectors going down the river in the canoe. moving on. Next up, 1991. 50% silver. We've got the steamship. A very beautiful design on that one. All right, moving on to the 1995. All right, this one's getting up back into sterling silver. I typoed on that one. This one's actually 0.925. And the price is actually 17. So that is my bad. Let me fix that on my end real quick. So this one's actually going for 17. It is 0.925 sterling silver. It was in I wanted to say 92 was when they switched the silver dollar proofs back to the 925. And still to this day, they're doing it as 925s. And this next one coming up, this one's something special. Especially if any of you have kids that do collecting with you, or that you want to get into collecting. All right, last call on this one. 0.925 sterling silver. Deep cameo. All right, moving on. All right, this next one, this one is a rarity, guys. I want you to draw your attention to that mintage. 3,682 of these were minted. How many more of these do you think you're ever going to see? This was called the lullaby dollar, or the teddy bear dollar. It's 0.925 silver deep cameo. It's the silver loonie. And you got the bear with the crescent moon and the stars. This was an extremely limited edition. It's going for 25 bucks. I kind of hate having to sell this one because what are the odds we're ever going to see one again? And yes, that is an accurate mintage. 6,000 or 3,682. That's how many of these exist. All right, moving on. Apparently nobody's into rare coins. Got it. All right, so that did it for Canada. Now we're into Britain. Got some half crowns for you guys tonight. Starting with an 1817, Georges III. 0.925 silver, good condition. 15 bucks. That is an oldie. 203 years old. All right, moving on. Next up is a 1920 half crown. In good, 50% silver, looking for 7 bucks. Man, you guys are so quiet tonight. All right, moving on. Next up, 1923. This one's in a VF. Looking for 10 bucks. Kind of weird. This one almost looks like a reverse proof. Because of the way that the wear happened. Kind of a neat contrast. All right, moving on. Next up, 1924. This one's in a very good. 50% silver, half crown, 7 bucks. All right, moving on. So it's 1928. 50% silver. Very good. Good for $7. moving on. Next up is 1929 half crown. This one's in fine, looking for $8. Some kind of neat toning going on there. All right, moving on. Next up, 1940 half crown in AU. 50% silver. Thing is gorgeous. Camera is not doing justice at all. This one's going for $20. This thing is beautiful. See, if you're holding it in hand, like I am, I can actually see the cartwheel go all the way across the coin. Trying to get it on camera so you can see it all the way. It's kind of glaring out. You can see it along the edge, but it's just not wanting to show the rest of it. Last call, $20. All right, moving on. Last of the Britain. 1942 half crown VF, looking for $10. After this one, we'll be into some American proof dollars. All right, moving on. Anybody decide you want some of those, let me know. No, we don't just sackage you away of proofs for $3 a piece. Starting with the 2004. Looking for $3. Any takers? Only $3. All right, moving on. 2005. Sacagaway of proof. $3. All right, we're gonna move on. 2008. Over $3.
You never swapped it for live chat.
Oh, oops. I realized I was never on live chat.
Right?
I guess I didn't need live chat since nobody's talking anyway. All right, moving on. It's 2009.
Hi, Ramon.
Hey, Ramon. Yeah. This is the year they started the American Heritage Series. 2009 proof, $3. How was your New Year day, Ramon? Did you get a day off finally, or did you end up working again?
Probably worked. Oh, sleep.
Hey, caught up on some sleep. Hey, there you go. All right, moving on. And the last one is the 2012. And you're getting this at a steal on this one for $3. Lowest mintage proof set there ever was for modern coins. In fact, let me look this one up. Mintage 1,189,445. Going to Ramon. How much of a steal did Ramon just get, you ask? If you figure this as a proof 69, $45 list. He just got it for $3. See, that's why you don't sleep on auctions. All right, next up, we got the 2007 presidential proof dollar set. This is going for $12 for the set. Nope. I'm going to mark Ramon on that one before I forget. So you got your John Adams. And I do have them marked. This one is position B. Thomas Jefferson, position B. James Madison, position B. And George Washington, position B. By the way, for anybody who's wondering what position B means, when you have the coin sitting face up, if the lettering on the edge appears upside down to you, that's position A. If it appears right side up, that's position B. Every presidential dollar has position A and B for the edge lettering. Which means if you want the full collection, you got to get both. $12 for the full year. All 4 proof set or proof coins. These things usually go for like 12 bucks each. Not for the set, for the individual coins. You're getting the whole set for 12 bucks. Last call. All right, moving on to the 2008 full presidential proof set. 12 bucks. John Quincy Adams, Martin Van Buren, Andrew Jackson, and James Monroe. And on these, let me go back through them. James Monroe is position A. Andrew Jackson, position A. Martin Van Buren is position A. And John Quincy Adams are position A. So these are all position A versions. $12 for the sets. I'm getting rubbings. Yeah, one sec, Bill. Give me 1 sec, guys. Trying to find something real quick. Being annoying right now. That's not it. Alright, this is the only one I'm able to find right this second. This is from Coins Unlimited. It's got the mintage listed right there. 3,862. And I have found it on NGC before. It's just for some reason it's not popping up right now. And it's getting on my nerves. Alright about that. Alright, well obviously nobody wants these, so we're going to move on from these. Alright, so we're moving on to the 2009. For residential proofs. Again, you're getting the full set. William H. Harrison. Apparently I forgot to mark the positions on these. Zachary Taylor. John Taylor. And James K. Polk. Again, you're getting the full set for 12 bucks. For the 2009s. Last call on this one. Are they all the same population? For the 09s it is, because they only made so many sets. So this one you're looking at, you pull up any 09 and look at the proof. Uh, 2,809,452 was your vintage on the 09s. So less than 3 million minted of all of them. All right, we're moving on. And the last one. You're getting this set at Gray Sheet, guys. This is the Gray Sheet wholesale price for the 2012s. $55 for the set. There's your Grover Cleveland, your Chester A. Arthur, one marked wrong. Oh no, I don't. Grover Cleveland was president twice. That's why he has two of them. 22nd and 24th. I just screwed him up with my head a little bit. And Benjamin Harris. Yeah, I just realized that's why they did different portraits for them. Because he was president twice, spaced out. I think he was the only other president that ever had that. And again, you are getting this at Gray Sheet for this set. Mintage on these. $1.4 million. Last call. Yeah, that's why if you ever buy the 2012 proof set, be ready to spend about 130 bucks. Because that's what they go for the full set. All right, moving on. All right. And the last bit we've got is some proof pennies. Some Lincoln cents. Started with 1957 proof Wheatie. And this one's going for $8. If you don't own a proof wheat cent, you really should. $8 for this beauty. Any takers? Oh, it's all good. We all have our zone out moments. Last call. Look at that mirror finish. All right, moving on. Next up, we got a 1960 large date proof. $2. For $2. All right, moving on. 1962 proof Lincoln cent. Look for $2. All right, moving on to the 76 San Francisco proof. So we've still got some of the cameo. $2. All right, moving on. Next up, 1983. For $2. That one's a decam. All right, moving on. Next up, 1991. $2. Going to Bill Betts. Congrats, Bill. Next up, 2002. Deep cameo. All right, moving on to the 2004 for $2. Any takers? All right, moving on. To the 2005 Deep Cameo. $2. Slow night. Where is everybody? Oh, we're still getting over the hangovers. All right, moving on. Next up is the 2008 Deep Cameo, $2. Hey Trent, you still here? Moving on. Next up is the full 2009 crew set. Here's your presidency. Full set for the Lincolns. Here's your professional life. Here's your formative years. And there is your early childhood. $10 takes the set. Type 1 if you're alive. I'm not going to ship one coin. Like everything from tonight defaults to the next week anyway, because these Thursday packages always carry over to Monday. Last call, $10. And apparently we've got a bunch of zombies because nobody even typed one. All right. And the last one is the 2012S. Yep, here's that 2012 again. This one lists for $11 if it's an if it's a Proof 69 decam. You're getting it for $2. Trent, if you're there, speak up. Because I'm not going to go back through the halves if you're not here. Hey, Ramon, you still here? And this one's going to Bill Betts. All right. So that was the last lot. Here, Ramon, I figured I'd show you our signature item for the night. It's still available because I know you're like the rare coins. Actually, there's two of them. But I'm going to show you the biggest one. See if I can find it. Urgh. Because I know you sometimes like to pick up the rare stuff. And I know you like key dates to stuff. So check this one out, dude. This is the 1934 Canadian $50. The mintage on these, 39,939. Just under 40,000 of these were ever minted. And probably half of them have been melted down by now, at least. This is one of the key dates to the $50 set for Canada. It lists for $200, and I'm selling it for $125. So you got $75 of wiggle room for resale value later. And of course, if anybody else is still watching, if you're interested in this one. Yeah, I'll show it again here in 1 sec, Bill. I gotta find it. Wish list for next time. Cool beans. Oh, Ramon, we're doing the big deal next week, right? I'm sending you the invoice for that next week, right? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Here you go, Bill. Here's this one again. This was the other one too, Ramon. That's the other rare one. There was less than 4,000 of these minted. This is the 2006 .925 silver proof, and it's called the Teddy Bear Dollar or the Lullaby Dollar. Yeah, there you go. 3,682 of them have been minted. This one's $25. So called because, of course, the teddy bear, the moon, and the stars. And Bill has decided he's grabbing that. Congrats, Bill. Yeah, Trent, give me a sec. Here you go. 1917 Newfoundland. Canadian half dollar. Going for $10. You take it? Going to Trent for $10. Did you want to see the others, Trent, for the half dollars? If you did, I mean, here's the 1919. The actual Canada 1919. That was $15. Of course, the big Uber one, the 34 key date, which is $125. Rick Snow attributed 1953 small date, no side fold, XF. This one's $15. And then we got the 1951. Which is $15. 1946 and XF. Oh, this is the $15 one. The 51 was $10. And then 1941 AU. Rick Snow attributed. Check that blinger out. You want the 53? All right, I got you down for the 53. All right, was there anything else anybody wanted to see that you missed? Anything you want to know if we've got? Your first Rick Snow coin. It's a milestone. Blah. Last call. If anybody wants anything. Well, I'm finishing getting stuff put up. All right. Well, thank you everybody for coming out. I appreciate it. I will start getting to work on getting all the invoices out. Cindy, thanks for modding as always. You did. You made it back to the end. Yeah, happy 2020, everyone. I am out of here.